reigns within. A solitary songbird I am.
Quartz Mountain is an incredible place to have this kind of a camp. Art and nature have always seemed to go together, and this is a place in which nature, the mountains, the turkey buzzards, the lake, winds, the trees, the animals, everything sort of
that they happen to possess.
Maybe the most valuable that can happen is that they become aware of and the arts. Now that's important. And if they get excited enough, if they get involved deeply enough in these 2 weeks, then they'll have it with them the rest of their lives.
I don't think in 2 weeks we can hope to train someone into being an artist, but we can, I think, increase their validity on this earth as human beings.
There's an enormous gratification. That goes without saying in working with young people, because their enthusiasm and their ability to absorb at a young age is phenomenal. It's so impressive. It's something that really the world should come to see. Now that was nicer. That's, I think, what we needed. What you did, you played more legato. That's fine, and you sang more. That's fine. That's good. This institute is a very unique place, and to my knowledge, there is no other like it really in the United States. I would wonder even in Europe, actually, with the fact that professional artists are here to work with young people. Now that in itself is unique. What makes it even more extraordinary and so wonderful is that it's an exchange of all artistic activities, just about every important one, that it is possible to bring together in one place. And those are mime, of course, dance, theater, poetry, printing, painting. There's so much going on here, and there's so much possibility. There's such a potential for exchange, which is so important to an artist.
What happened? Now I've had a time to think and be alone, to remember all the things I swore I'd never forget. It hurts to remember.
Line that says, what happened? Is that about what happened a year ago, or... People wonder how you get started in something like poetry. Actually, I think everybody, when they're kids, is in the arts. They respond with their whole selves, with their feelings. And most people, because of the needs of doing jobs and so on, quit doing the arts. So I'd say that you don't start in poetry. It's just that some people stop, but some of us, through circumstances, just happen to keep on.
The time will come for you.
Okay, nicely dramatic reading.
Okay, I'll give that about a B-.
Music to me is many things. It's a way of life. It's a way of self-expression. It's a way to earn a livelihood. Some poet or writer once said, the happy man is one who is well paid for doing what he would do for nothing. And while I hope nobody takes me up on it, I don't really want to have to do it for nothing. I do love it that much.
Then you stand a pretty good chance of singing a good tone there instead of that little bitty squeaky junior high sound. Now you all are big girls. You are women now. Women are different from girls. Viva la différence.
Go back. Same line, go.
You couldn't even pass Miss Baker's shorthand class, and now you have to work in that stupid dime store. Millie, you are a goon.
It's at the high school age that you really can get a hold of people and formulate some very basic ideas and relationships, both to themselves and to the arts.
The earth has some vibration. There in your heart, and that's you. And if the people can find it, that you can fiddle, why, fiddle you must for all your life.
This is an exciting place for everyone, and all kinds of products in our part of the arts are coming out of encounters with the kind of surroundings we have here.
It's called The Class Climbs the Mountain with William Stafford. There are things to learn when you climb mountains. Your body learns them, sometimes with pain. The knees scuffle.
And the arts make it possible to live more completely, it seems to me, more intensely, to enhance life.
Love will keep us together. Think of me, babe, whenever some sweet talking guy comes along, singing his song. Don't mess around, you gotta be strong. Just stop, 'cause I really love you. Stop.
I love the camp. There's no other word for it, because I've been to lots of camps, but this one is so organized and everything's great about it.
I'll be thinking of you. Look in my heart and let love keep us together. You belong to me now. Ain't gonna set you free now. When those guys are hanging around, talking me down, here with your heart and you won't hear a sound.
As an educational experience, it's really just great, and you learn how to get along with people. And I haven't been doing so well, but it's a lot of fun.
'Cause I really love you.
Everybody's really treated more professional than, we're not just treated as little kids or something.
I'll be thinking of you. Look in my heart and let love keep us together. Keep us together. Love will keep us together.
It's been very exciting. It's an incredible kind of environment to work in because of the numbers of people working together towards a unified idea of accomplishment. It's also has frustrations, though, in the fact that you're working with young people who aren't sure yet what their own talents are. They don't know when to release their instincts and when to hold back. Usually they hold back when you'd like them to do more.
Where you work till you're confident, so that, all right, I've got the clothes around, now, just a beat, soap, and go for the soap.
I came back from the Institute last year, and I told all my friends, wow, I went to this great institute and I learned mime. And they went, yes? And they didn't even know what it was at all. So I went to like all the grade schools and I said, I've learned this mime and I would like to give assemblies and things like this. And the principals called me and asked me to perform mime for them, because they had heard about it and that I had learned a lot at this institute. So I perform mime in Blackwell everywhere for the grade schools. I've even gone to towns out of Blackwell, Medford, Deer Creek, Bremen, and they all absolutely love it. And it's so new for them, and I get letters from people all the time complimenting me on my mime and saying that whatever you did, it was just fantastic. And they don't know what it's called yet.
I want to give them, which one teacher in New York really gave to me, that dancing is work. It's a discipline, and it's something that if you decide to do it, you have to do it every day. And the athletes do it every day, and they have to understand that. And out of that discipline comes the freedom and the beauty of it.
4 and stretch. 2, 3, 4 and
When I first came in, I thought I was just going to, do my modern dance and stop, but I've just gone into other workshops and stuff, and it's so neat to see other people from different backgrounds and to different things.
You're surrounded by other people that, really talented, and it's just a wonderful experience.
I enjoy doing a painting, and if it comes out at all like I hope it comes out, it's kind of an exciting moment. You put a lot of work into it, and I think you get something back out of it.
Is that the right color or green?
It looks like eventually we may want to put a little bit more yellow and blue in there. Even as a professional artist, sometimes 6 hours is a long day for me, and I know what that means. And these students are still putting in 6, 7, and 8 hours of painting a day, and that's just amazing. I think it shows the level of commitment and the level of interest that they arrived with. They came here meaning business. They showed up with the intent to work and with the intent to get some things done. I've been very surprised at just their persistence and their patience and just the ability to put in the long hours of work that they have.
Okay. Well, do you think I have too much grain there?
Probably, I don't know, probably not. I think the thing to do is go ahead and put the medium in and start it.
The highlights, maybe, the face. And I kept waiting for the, you know, the camp to sort of fade a little bit, and the interest to be fade, and the idea that we were doing something new was going to end at some time. It was going to become very routine. And, you know, like 5 days, 7 days, 10 days went on, and now we're getting towards the end of it, and everything's picking up.
I just get so frustrated, it seems impossible, and I just want to quit.
Oh, well, let's take a break. You're tired.
I've been taking dancing for as long as I can remember, but coming to this institute and dancing under the instruction of Marjorie Tallchief has opened me up to something in dance that I've never even experienced before.
A little bit of frustration. Actually, you're very lucky, all of you people here today, because when I started as a young child in Fairfax, Oklahoma, there were no teachers. We had a teacher that used to come once a week. She used to teach in our basement. Miss Saban, very sweet lady, but she was not really one of the great teachers of the world. And now in Oklahoma, you have many great teachers. Oklahoma City, Tulsa, Bartersville. I mean, everywhere you have teachers. My sister and I, we actually had to go to California. There are many talented students that give up because it's easier, they don't think they have to work. But there are many that aren't quite so talented that have made it just by pure work. And dancing is work. Make no mistake, it's not easy. Like they tell me, it's as hard as drilling. Because we never, ever achieve absolute perfection. And this is what's so great about ballet, because you're always looking for it. And it never comes. But that's great. You're hoping one day it will arrive. But it doesn't. And in 2 weeks, we can't expect to achieve perfection. But what I hope we can do, at least my personal hope, is that I can at least give you a greater love of ballet than you had before, which is what I think Madame Nijinsky gave me. But it's a lot of work, and if you don't love it, it's really not worth it. But if you love it, and you work, and you arrive at something, it's really great. When you get on that stage with a beautiful orchestra, and you did one good performance, you say, all the work was worth it. So there's really no reason to get discouraged. So we better get out and get to work. All right?
More than anything, you have to learn to believe in yourselves individually and not let anybody come and tell you, don't do that. Don't become a conductor. You'll never make it. Don't become a violinist. You're not good enough. Your reaction should be, I'll show you. Your reaction should be, but I want to and I'm going to. If you want to. The base for that is that you want to do it that badly. I mean, that we said in the beginning. If you want to do it that badly, then don't let anybody shake you from it. Then you just veer right on. There wasn't a person in my life who said, yes, you'll get a chance at City Opera. They all said, every one, and they knew me well, you'll never get a chance. He'll never let you conduct. They said it vehemently. And I don't know why I didn't listen. I guess I do. It's because I just couldn't listen. I couldn't afford to listen. I wanted to do it that badly, and I had to really surging forward with that.
Not out of best. And I've never played under a woman conductor before, and she certainly isn't any letdown from any man conductors I've been under. She works as hard, and I think everybody really wants to please her and do well for her. Because when we do good for her, she appreciates it, we can tell. And when we don't do well, she lets us know that too.
think I'm coming back next year.
Yes, I'm planning on coming back next summer.
Within a 10-minute little stroll, we can encounter modern dance or ballet or mime, just the variety of that alone. For a musician to be able to go and see that, for a mimist to go to an orchestra rehearsal, for a printer to come to a chamber music concert, for all of us then to go hear a poetry reading. It's the inspiration, the incredible inspiration that that offers and the influence it can have on a young person. The possibilities are enormous. You can't even figure them. And I know that that kind of rich experience is going to be taken away from here. It's going to be taken away, and each person that has been here, their life is going to be changed in some way because of that. And we know for the better. We know that it's an enrichment that is worth every penny that's put into this place.
Get on that stage with a beautiful orchestra and you do one good performance. Ah, all the work, it was worth it.